guys, this is Christy Fulk with Create with Christy. I'm independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S. Well, today I want to tell you about my current online class that's going on. It is available until July 14th, 2022, and it features the Texture Chic Suite that's in the 2022 to 2023 annual catalog, Stampin' Up! One that is. I really love this suite. There are so many neat things you can do with it. And first off, I'm going to show you everything that comes in the class. And then when we're done with that, then I will show you how to make this card. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first off, I want to show you everything you get in the class. So the base class price is $50. You will get a full pack of the distressed gold specialty paper. So you're going to get four 6 by 12 inch pieces. I had to cut them in half so they'll fit in the priority envelope. And you're going to get a half pack of the Texture Chic DSP, Designer Series Paper, in case you don't know what DSP is. And one side has gold foil, and the other side is a really pretty pattern. So you'll get two 6 by 12 inch pieces of each design. So we've got this one, and here's the other side to it. Okay. And as you look at these designs, you're going to notice that they cover all the seasons of the year. So here we've got this. And in my classes, you make 4 cards. So each card is going to cover a season. So we're going to have summer, fall, winter, and spring. So we've got this one with here. I thought in July, since we're halfway through, we're going to cover all 4 seasons in my class for July. Here we've got that. Isn't this paper gorgeous? I love it. The texture to it. Oh, I've already got the other side. So these are together. There we go. And then we've got this one. And you've already seen the distressed gold paper. So you get the full pack of this, half pack of this. You'll get a full pack, so pretend that these are all filled up, of the Rustic metallic adhesive-backed dots. This is actually the second pack I've gotten already. I love these dots. So you get a full pack of these. And you'll get a half roll, which is 5 yards, of the Petal pink soft polyester ribbon. Okay. You'll also get the cardstock, all the supplies you need to make the 4 cards. And any die cuts that are made with added die sets that are not in the suite. And I'll show you those die set in a minute. But I will, like if I use any frames or anything like that, I'll die cut those for you. And any embossing that needs to be done, I'll get the embossing done for you too. I will also include 2 videos. Each video will cover 2 cards. You'll get a PDF or ebook that's going to give you the dimensions, a supply list, and pictures of the cards so you can make them again later. So you get all of that for $50, plus the priority shipping mail is included in the class. So that's for $50. And to make the cards, to finish them just like I will make them in the class, you also need the Season of Chic bundle. Now this is an add-on because I know some of you might already have the bundle, but if you don't, you'll definitely want to get this so you can make the cards. To get the bundle added on, it's $68.50. So it's $50 for the class. To add on the bundle, it's another $68.50. And once again, that price includes all the shipping and sales tax. So that is this class. And I also have a video only. If you don't want any of the supplies, then you add the video only option. You get the 2 videos plus the ebook for $20. Okay, I'd like to show you another card that I made with this set. So here's the one on the right that we're going to be making here in just a minute. And then we've got this one here that I made. And so like this could be the summer, this could be the spring, and then I'll have fall and winter cards too. But these are not included in the class. The cards you get in the class are exclusive to the class. Nobody else will see them except the ones that purchase the class and also my downline. And whenever you join my team, you get all the videos for free. I put them on our Facebook group page and you have access to those. And I also send you links in case you're not on Facebook so you can watch them on YouTube. So if you want to join my team, you can join starting July 1st and you get added planner, and the planner is wonderful. I'll have to show you that in another video. But you get that absolutely free added to your starter kit when you join my team. So we are all done talking about the class. So now we're going to get ready to make this card. So if you'd like to stamp along with me, just look down the video description below and click on the post link, and that will give you all the dimensions to make this card and the supply list. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to bring the Season of Chic bundle back in. That way I can tell you what stamps I used. I used these 2 stamps for the shell, and I used You Are Amazing Beyond Measure, And I'm also going to use the Wishing You the Best Birthday Ever. So those are all, oh, and I'm also using this little splatter stamp right here. So those are all the stamps I used. And then with the dies, I'm going to use this one right here. Put that over here. I'm going to use this one to cut out the stamp shell. And this is another added shell, so I thought I'd use all the shells for the dies. So those are all the dies we need. Okay, I thought we'd get all the stamping done first. So I'm going to grab a piece of basic white. This is a 2 by 2 inch piece. And I'm going to bring in my Petal Pink ink pad and my soft suede ink pad. And we need the 2 stamps. The one that's has more lines to it is my soft suede one. And I always stamp with the dark color first. It makes it a lot easier when I go to put the second one on to have the lighter color on top because I can see the dark one first. Now, I thought this was a little too dark, so I'm going to stamp off, and then we'll just stamp it here near the center. Okay? I wanted a lighter version of that soft suede. And then with our Petal Pink, I'll ink it up, and I'm not going to stamp off this time. We want all that pink we can get. And then I'm going to stand up here so I see what I'm doing. And we will line this up. I kind of look at the bottom and see if those scallops look pretty lined up. I'm at an angle, so hopefully we got it pretty good here. Oh, not too bad. So there we've got that shell done. Okay, now I'm going to grab the inside of the card. This is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece. We're going to stamp this in again. Stamp off. I'm going to kind of put it at an angle. Okay. Then we're going to grab the Petal Pink stamp. I'm going to line this up. There we go. So we've got that there. And then I'm going to use the Wishing You the Best Birthday Ever, doing it in soft suede. And I'll stamp it here at the top. So now we've got the inside of our card done. And we have one more thing to stamp. I'm going to grab my narrow piece. Oh, I got some ink on my fingers. Turn that over. This one is a 2 3/4 by 1/2 inch piece. And I'm going to use the You Are Amazing Beyond Measure. I'm going to ink it up with the soft suede and stamp it right here in the middle. If this was a cling stamp set, I probably wouldn't have done one this narrow. But since I can see what I'm doing, that's why I put on a narrow one. So, oh, we do have a little more stamping to do. Let me get we're done with the soft suede, so we'll go ahead and close that. Let's get the card base, and we're going to fold this in half, get those corners lined up. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp the splatter stamp here. I'm going to put it in different areas. So I like to do the same color ink as the paper. So this is Petal Pink ink on Petal Pink cardstock. And I think I'll just go here along the bottom because I'm going to have some strips going across here. So we don't need to do that middle part. But if I'm a little worried, I'll add another one there to make sure I don't have just a plain pink spot. So that looks pretty good. And I thought I'd do a little bit more. I want to make it a little more like a shabby chic card again. And I'm going to take my blending brush and start over here and then go here and start to make the edges a little darker, especially the corners. So we can keep doing this. It just kind of gives it a really neat effect. I wanted that pink to be a little more muted. So just keep picking up ink. Get those corners the most, just a little bit there on the edges. Hopefully you can see the difference here. I think I need to add a little more along the fold. There we go. So that kind of darkened up the cardstock just a little bit, just the way I want it. Okay. So we are all done stamping. So let's get the die cutting machine out. Okay, now the Chic dies that are part of the Season of Chic bundle work perfectly with the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So that's what I'm going to use today. So I've got the standard plate number 1 and a standard cutting plate number 2. I'm going to grab that shell. Let me put that where you can see it. And let's get the die for it. Oh, if I can get a hold of it. There we go. And I'm going to grab my Post-it tape. Get a piece off here to hold this in place. Okay, that looks pretty good. So put that on. Actually, we could probably do a couple more things. Let's pull this out a little bit so you can see. Hopefully I'm still on the screen. I think we need to move this up just a little bit. There we go. And then we will grab a piece of soft succulent, and we're going to use this shell right here. And I'm getting a little scrap piece of Pool Party. This happens to be 1 by 1.5. And we'll get that little shell. I'll kind of angle that a little bit. There we go. So we've got all those ready. Now put another standard cutting plate on top. I'm not going to worry about taping these down because just as long as they stay on the cardstock, we're good. That shell I don't want to move on me because of the stamped image. Okay. So now we have got, oops, see if I can get hold of that. There's our shell. Here's the other shell, and all these little pieces come out real quick. See if I can get hold of this one. There we go. So those are all out. And we've got this little guy. And it just has 3. So now we've got those die cut. Now we need to do that beautiful gold paper. Get these out of the way. So we'll get this set back up again. Put it back up here. I'm going to grab a piece of that distressed gold paper. This is a 3 by 3 3/4. Oh, we need that standard cutting plate back on there. And then we'll put this right on top. Another standing cutting plate here. We'll start running this through. Oops, I've still got some paper from the last one. Oh, that'll be okay. We'll get it off here in a second. There we go. Oh, and the die was still there too. And then we've got this to take out. Now these come out pretty easy, but I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera so you don't have to sit here and watch me take all these out. So I'll be right back. Okay, I want to tell you that I need to go through this twice. I'd forgotten that part. So I put this on here. I made it so all the little pieces are right where they need to be. Here, I'll turn this over because you can kind of feel that it's all locked back in again. Okay. So we'll put that right here. This time I'm going to run it through twice. I wanted to make sure you knew if that ever happens to you how to fix it. And then we'll run it through one more time. So this is how I suggest doing it. And I bet you that these are going to come out so much easier. Oh yeah, they're falling out now. So I suggest when you use at least this gold distressed paper and you're using the mini cut and emboss machine to go through twice. Okay, so I'll finish taking these out and I'll be right back. Okay, now I've got all the pieces out. Now, if you like the look of some of these staying in, then do just run it through once. That's another look that you can get. But if you want to get all those pieces out, I suggest running it through forward and backward, and it should die cut just fine. Okay, so we're all done die cutting, so we'll get this out of the way and let's finish the card. Okay, now we're going to put this card together. So I'm going to bring the card base back in. And I am using 3 pieces of that Texture Chic DSP. I wanted to show off more patterns on this. So I've got this one here, and they're all the same size. They're 4 1/4 by 1. And I decided to put them on like this. I kind of liked the pink one being more in the middle so we could have the different colored ones on the top and bottom. So let's go ahead and start with the bottom one. I'm going to grab my seal. And you can use whichever side you want. I just liked, on this one, I liked having all the gold foil designs on top. And then we'll put this one right across the bottom, probably maybe about 1 inch up. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then we'll do this one. Always make sure I've got those ends. Oh, get that going again. Get the ends completely covered with adhesive. Then a couple strips along the long edges. Let me stand up here so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. And then we'll do the same thing here. Yep. There we go. Sometimes you have to roll the adhesive to get it going again if you don't, if you pull the adhesive a little too much when you take it off one of your strips. Okay, there we go. What I mean, like when you do this, if you pull it up without doing a little check, sometimes it pulls the adhesive down a little bit and you just have to wheel it up a little bit again for it to get going again. Okay, so we've got this ready to go. Let's grab this really neat fishnet type thing. I'm going to grab my silicone mat, and I decided I kind of liked this being, see how it's kind of curled up a little bit? I kind of like that look. So I am only going to put adhesive here on the back. Now I could use glue. Oh, I've got one little piece that didn't come out. There we go. Well, it's definitely wanting to come out. It's just, there we go. Static cling. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put adhesive. I'm being very careful because I do not want to rip these. This is very delicate. I'm just putting it here across the middle. I don't care that some of the adhesive is showing on the other side because we're going to cover that up with the shells, okay? So I'm going to kind of, let's see, do I like it better this way? I think I like the thinner side at top. Kind of angling it a little bit, okay? And just putting in the middle, that's making all of these kind of come up a little bit. So it really kind of looks like fishnet, okay? Now we're going to grab the shells. And what I did to figure out where I wanted them, I just kind of laid them down before I attached them. And I thought that looked pretty good, doing it like that. So the green one is the first one to go down. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on the big areas. Actually, I can use my multi-purpose glue because I'm definitely going to use multi-purpose glue on that little pool party one. So just put a little bit of glue. I'm just going to put it in the big areas. Okay, that should hold it down just fine. Turn this over. I'm going to take those off again. I'm going to put it right about here. Then we can go ahead and put some glue on this. We could have used the seal with this one for sure, but since I've got the glue out, we'll just keep using the glue. Put this one here. And then this one, I'm going to move this over a little bit. I'm just going to put very little bit of glue here, some on the ends, a little bit across the middle here. And then if I'm afraid I made the glue a little too, put too much glue on it, I can always turn it over and take a little bit off on the silicone mat. That way it won't ooze out. Okay, so now we've got that ready to go. So we are done with the delicate stuff. So we'll go ahead and get the silicone mat out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in my ribbon. I'm using a 4-inch piece of the polyester ribbon. And I also want to bring in my greeting here, okay? So I'm going to, let's do this. Let's add this on first. I'm going to grab some Stampin' Dimensionals because I decided to pop this one up. Okay. And if you notice, I kind of put this one over a little bit. That's the left side because I'm going to tuck my little ribbon underneath here. Okay. So that's why I'm move this one over just a little bit. I'm going to take the paper backing off. Scoop that off. And I'm going to put this right across here, right along the bottom. I'm going to line that edge up with the edge of the card. I'm just covering up my little shell just a little bit. And then when it looks the way I want it, then I'll push it down all the way. And now this, I'm going to just tie it in a single knot. And I'm going to hold onto that knot and kind of pull these ends so they're both going the same direction, okay? Once they're going the same direction, then you can kind of pull it a little harder, all right? Then I'm going to grab my glue dots. I'm going to put a glue dot on the back. Let's see which knot looks the best. Actually, that side, no, they're about the same, so we'll go ahead and do it this way. I'm going to put a glue dot right there on the knot. And then I'm going to kind of tuck this underneath my greeting just a little bit. I kind of liked it looking like it's coming out underneath it. Okay. And I'm going to grab my scissors and we'll trim these at an end. And you can play around if they're not going the direction you want. You can keep playing with it as it's attached. Sometimes it's even easier to play with it. You can get a hold of it a little better once it's attached. And then I will cut these at an angle. And that could be the end of the card, but I thought, oh, we've got to use the Rustic adhesive dots. Now I'm using one of my other packs. I'm almost done with it, so I thought I might as well use these up. I decided just to use small ones on this card, so that's why I thought I'm going to use these up. So I'm going to put one about right here. I think we need a little one on the greetings. Let's put that down here. Kind of liked this one a little closer down here. And a lot of times I'll stop with 3, but I decided to add a couple over here. I like using odd numbers. And let's put one on the actual card base here. So there, now we've got the outside of the card done. And didn't the doing the blending brush around the edges, it makes it look just right. It would be a little bit too bright if I hadn't done that. So I really like that look. I thought it went along with the Designer Series paper a little better that way. Now we've got the inside of our card. So we will grab the seal. And yes, I made a boo-boo. That's why there are two sides to cardstock. That one would have been okay, but I thought, I want to do a little better. And that one lined up better than the other one. And I like to angle too. So we'll go ahead and put this on the inside. And we will be done with this card. So I hope you enjoyed today's card. And if you did, and you would like to be able to get some more ideas with this bundle, make sure you check out my Texture Chic Suite online class. There's a link below in the video description. Just click on that. And the class is available through July 14th. So you need to register. And then I will have and pay for it by the 14th. And then by the end of July, I'll have everything mailed out to you, plus the videos and the ebook, all the supplies you need to make your cards. So just click on that bottom link and find out more about the class and pick the class that you want to, whether you want to get the complete class for $50, add on the bundle for another $68.50, or just do the video only for $20. So I hope you enjoyed today's card. And if you'd like to stamp with me again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below and then clicking on that little bell icon under notifications and select all. That way YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video. And if you live in the United States and do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would love to be yours. Here are the current catalogs. We've got the annual catalog that started last month in May. Now this one starts July 1st. That's tomorrow because I'm recording this on June 30th. So we've got the holiday catalog, and then we've got the celebration brochure, and I'll be doing videos to tell you about celebration in case you're new to that. You get free product during celebration by shopping, doing a $50 order or a $100 order. You get to pick things out here for free. And there's also, for joining my team, I told you a little bit about that earlier. So a lot of neat things that you can do. And there's also a host set if you do a $300 workshop order or a $300 personal order too. So if you're interested in these catalogs and don't have a demonstrator of your own and live in the United States, just click that contact me link below and I'd be happy to send out your first set of catalogs for free. Just give me your mailing address and I'll get it mailed out to you right away. So here's the card again. I hope you had fun watching the video, and I hope you had fun making the card if you made it with me. And please support my channel by giving me a thumbs up or commenting below. I really do appreciate it. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.